Haps News, and I'm here to live draw something for you that's in the news or something we're talking about. Hope you guys are well. Uh, it's stressful right now for us in the United States. The election is tomorrow, and we're not sure what's going to happen. Hi, Peter. Um, this is always true with elections, but this one is particularly fraught with um, worry. Is that redundant? Um, Anyway, I'm going to turn this around and I'm going to draw for you. It's a little cold here in my studio. I'm in New York, but I'm ready to draw. Hi, Pablo. So let me turn you around and I'll draw something for you. Um, Looking at the news today, there's a lot of news about the election, and it's a lot of it has to do with potential violence and misinformation and polls. And I thought, well, I could draw about that, but I felt like I wanted to draw something a little more positive today. So I chose to draw about this subject. And see, I'm using a charcoal. Now, Kamala Harris, should Biden win tomorrow or whenever we find out, she will be the first person of black descent, black race, and Indian descent to be the vice president. So it's not a very good caricature of her, but you get the idea. So I wanted to draw about that, and it's kind of like not been on our minds much, except when she was nominated. It's been on my mind, but everybody's so focused on everything else in this election that let me write this down here. That we're not thinking about this historic possible election. We also aren't thinking about it as much because she doesn't talk about it much. She doesn't bring it up. She's not a candidate who uses her gender in her campaigning, at least outwardly. She, unlike Hillary, who had it as part of her slogan, Kirsten Gillibrand, also Democratic candidate, had it as spoke as her part of her platform, openly talking about her gender and her fact that she's going to do a lot for women. Let's see what you guys are saying. But Ms. Harris doesn't openly talk about it that much. That's, I think, because my reading is that's just the way she is. She's already broken some barriers or some glass ceilings. And other people have spoken about women's rights ahead of her. So also she does talk about her gender in not so overt ways, like this I'm speaking when she was doing the debate, and Pence was talking over her a lot. She just quietly said, I'm speaking, Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking. And it was kind of powerful in that it, coming from her, it was clear that she was making us aware that he was being disrespectful to her because she's a woman. And so she's being more subtle about it. if she becomes the vice president, there'll be a lot of people for whom she's speaking, and a lot of people that feel that have not had a voice. I think I'll leave that last one off. People of color, immigrants. So her presence on the political stage is really important for women, girls, and people of color. So this is what's historic about this. Even just the fact that she's been nominated, I think, or was brought on board by Joe is significant. So this is a statue, so I'm not going to put any color on this one. I watched a lot of candidates. I was around when Geraldine Ferraro was Mondale's VP pick, so I remember that. I remember when Shirley Chisholm was running for president. I was young, but I remember it. Hi, Mark from LA, and Brett. So, no matter what side you're on, you have to admit this is historic, and will be very historic should Biden win. So yeah, there's a lot of potential violence. New York City has some streets boarded up. Some stores boarded up. Because there's intel that there'll be militia activity should Trump lose. It's just crazy what he's done. I'm sorry, he's just incited so much violence. But this is historic, and this can't be taken away. Let's see. She's a role model for lots of people, myself included, and role model for young girls. You know, I shouldn't do that. So that's what I wanted to draw about, something a little more positive. We had some caravans in this area over the weekend, Trump and Biden caravans. I saw an American flag this afternoon that was black, had black behind the stripes, and it had, I think it had black stripes, and then it had one red stripe in the middle. Does anybody know what that means? Mark says, hugely historic. Love how you expose these issues through your drawings and encourage people to engage in constructive conversation. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, racism is just dumb, says Raw Garden. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. Trust as everyone feels like you do right now on how they don't want to go down without a fight, but I don't think things will escalate. But if so, World War III. I hope not. What else is in the news? There was a Trump caravan tried to bump a Biden-Harris bus off the road. I forget what state that was in. Was that Texas? there are at least 400 Republican groups trying to sue election officials for certain ballots, get rid of certain ballots. I don't know the details of that. It's all over the country. There's being battles being fought to get rid of ballots, and other people, judges, are saying that they need to stay. This stuff is just going on, which is probably par for the course most elections, but it's much more so this year. Anna Suri says we will have a female president in the next 16 years. That's very positive. I hope so. All right, I'm going to turn you around and say goodbye. This is my desk. This is a drawing I did a few weeks ago, or like a month ago, when Kamala came out wearing her Chucks. I love the fact that she wears sneakers. All right, guys. Good to see you. I will see you again tomorrow, 5:30, Election Day. I will be here drawing something. And I hope you guys are well and wearing your masks, and I will see you again tomorrow. Thank you for being here. And please stay safe and don't hurt each other.